But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Nayla, if she wants it. But I will be watching you.
Fair enough.
Hello, Nayla. My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock. Nayla, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
A cross.
Oh, glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John, by a long shot. Nayla doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
The Defiler is a high-ranking official. Badges such as these are usually awarded to high-ranking officials. The Defiler from the photograph might be one.
At least some of your kind have a heart. Thank you again.
You still here?
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scalario. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Well, not necessary, really, right?
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes. I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
We have everything here. So I think we need to get to the archive for both of these, but which ones? Not the newspaper, I think the city hall for both of them. Because we are not looking for a crime.
Murder! Beasts!
Is this... I just need to collect my thoughts, Sherry. Is this...
I don't know.
I just need to collect my thoughts, Sherry.
But we don't need it fast, I mean we are right there. It's in front of us. we are looking for officials, British, occupation. Thomas Northorne, born 1840 in London. Graduated from University of Oxford at 1864. In 1869, started working at the Home Office as a secretary. In 1875, took a position as a military commissioner in India, honored by the Queen herself with the Order of the Bath in 1877. 1st March 1878 was appointed as the British envoy in Cordona with his own cabinet in the City Hall. I think we found one. Okay, we are looking for this one then. We might need to go for the smuggling chain. But I can try. I'm not sure, it would be a business, I suppose. Now, occupation perhaps, or do we have here? There. Established 1873 by Niccolo Benedotti. Main office, southeastern Scaladio Bazaar Road near the crossing with the Roman Road. Another company limited ships goods between African British colonies and the rest of the United Kingdom, including Cordona. Imported products include food, wine, coffee, everyday goods, and more. The founder of the company is Mr. Niccolo Benedotti, born in Sicilia, Italy. Benedotti moved to London as a 39-year-old businessman. Later the same year, he moved his base of operation to Cordona, in his words, to be closer to the colonies he has business in. Since Mr. Benedotti's arrival in Cordona in 1873, he has become a notable patron of the arts and an investor in Cordona's social well-being. Among his latest contributors is the purchasing of a new equipment for the police station and aiding the governor in bringing an airship called Led Zeppelin across from Germany. Huh.
I'm curious, how did Mycroft recruit you? I doubt you're a field agent. I imagine you work with intelligence.
That's correct. Your brother noticed me when I tracked down a spy at the archives. That's how our cooperation began. And you? Did Mycroft force you into this?
Not at all. We simply have a mutual interest in someone. Or something.
Of course. A fruitful and willing collaboration, I'm sure.
Well, I'm his younger brother. I have to accept the consequences of being a close relative of an official figure.
I suppose, in a way, we are colleagues, Mr. Holmes.
In the remotest way possible, Miss Oni.
Have you found anything helpful?
Are you able to help me?
Mr. Fancy Clothes won't find any answers here.
Well, what about that fancy clothes?
May I ask for your assistance?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Well, I could just go in and ask him straight away. Hello, sir. Mind if I ask you some questions?
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow. Our department needs to straighten out some business.
Well, it's him. Yeah, this is the one we're looking for. No time to shave. Well, that doesn't necessarily have to be the issue. Didn't sleep last night. Well worn, never removed. Blood. Is it? Could be wine. See his ways at work. It's a party or is in remorse. Maybe. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna assume he is a party goer.
Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure? Didn't you hear what I just said?
On my way here, I was wondering whether you might regret what you did. I tried my best to retain at least a shred of faith in humanity. I had hoped that you would hear her scream, see her face in your dreams, or at least once ask yourself how Naylor might feel.
Who?
Neither of my hopes were fulfilled.
Why are you here?
Punch him in the face.
You defiled a girl who was with child. Don't even pretend that you regret what took place. Do you wonder why I came here? It is because I am disgusted with people like you, and the only way in my mind to rid the world of your ilk is to see you hanging from the gallows.
All right, all right. Is it about money, as you said in the letter?
No.
I have it, all right? There's no need for violence.
What?
I've never written a single word to you. As you can see, I have a more direct approach.
That letter, it wasn't from you. So what do you want?
Answers, to start with.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr.
Sherlock Holmes. And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission. So, where do we start?
Well,
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about it.
All right. A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more.
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, you talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely lost my sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault?
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
he's just trying to shift the blame pretty much.
Boniface Mercurio, does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
No.
You had motive to kill him.
Maybe I did, but listen. I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio...
Mercurio.
Well, him, yes. I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait. To see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence.
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position, yet here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes, and I'm no exception. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the Crown. I made a mistake, but I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt.
Yeah, help them. I mean, she is part of why her specifically? I think all of them. Because if we take this, then maybe all of them will be will be free from that horrible place. Taking this, no. All of them, because she is in this.
Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all.
Oh yeah.
Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to think this all through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
Mind Palace. All the refugees are victims of the system, and the situation they are in must and can be mended. The envoy wants to hide the proof. The envoy's interest in the photograph is pragmatic. If he obtains it, nothing will threaten his reputation. That's true. But we are not done, are we? Maybe we are. Okay. The envoy will be neither trusted nor forgiven for what he did. Humiliation and ostracization, or whatever it is. Ostracization from the outraged Cordona are the least he deserves. Give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. Thomas Norton is a debaucher who has committed a terrible act. Even though he deserves to be brought to justice, I cannot overlook the opportunity to do greater good. Give the envoy the photograph in exchange for the refugees' legalization. Oh, I don't like any of these, really. I think I need to head over there first. We're gonna come back here. I don't like any of those. Bazaar Road, Roman Road. Is Bazaar Road here? Bazaar Road, Roman Road. It's here somewhere.
It seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John.
Well, we need to find a way in. I cannot read it, but the place did stick out.
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from the camp.
Oh.
Is this familiar to you?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
Porcelain friend for every child.
Wine.
Shipped from Cape Town. The wine route from colony to colonies. Can I ask you a question?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
We need to find another way in. Should I just waltz up here and talk to
That's
them?
our way in, Sherry.
Yeah, but you might have not realized there's a guard here.
Hey, yo. This is private property. You lost something.
Good day, sir. I've been sent by City Hall to see Mr. Bernadotte about...
Mr. Bernadotte isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotte's best interest to...
1.
Listen, the man Bernadotte sent to...
2.
I did try to resolve this peacefully.
But we did try.
I'm coming.
Let's do it. Shit, sorry.
Take a rest, my friend.
I'm coming.
No more crime for you until next...
The snuff's ready.
I'm coming.
Don't give him the pepper snuff.
Don't bother.
The snuff's ready.
Yeah, I know, the snuff's ready. Uh-oh.
Don't cry, you'll live. No more crime.
Give him the pepper snuff. Trying to knock it. Won't work this way.
Shit.
I'm coming for you.
Weaken him first.
I thought that worked.
I couldn't miss the party.
Come on. Come on, you.
Don't cry, you'll live.
We can overcome the brute now.
Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live. Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
That's all of them. Okay. We are now inside. Let's take a look around, shall we? And find the one we are looking for. One of these is the door out. I want to find that first.
Sherry, look. This seems familiar.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see what's hidden there.
Is it? This is the picture.
Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case?
We found it. I hear someone crying or something.
A Dogon statue from West Africa. A century old at least. Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa. VH Grindley Flow Blue tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited.
Oh, it's you that make the noise.
No, sir. Don't hurt me.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
Like you didn't harm the folks on the way here?
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
This marble fella, it's like he was made after my image. You see it?
Well, there's nothing more here that I can see.
Don't come any closer. One step and I'll shred you to pieces.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Righto. Yes. Yep. Well, excuse me, sir. I think I hear... I've got to... It's better I leave.
Whoa. Oh, wow. That was as if somebody put my words in your mouth.
Logistics. Front page.
The Bernadotte Company Limited trade network reaches the most distant colonies of the Great Empire.
It must be very convenient for a man like Bernadotte.
Please don't shoot me. I have a family.
I didn't kill anyone. Invitation to ball.
Spare me.
So, you've cut through all the guards just to talk to me. Then come here, and we shall talk.
So that's the guy we're looking for. Quite a collection. Photograph a little girl, relative. I will be back. Sales.
This is it. This is where all the magic happens.
In accounting. Well, we cannot get in there, you see.
I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte with our fine governor. 1875. It was taken a few years back. John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
That is true, we don't.
Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
Getting tattooed, different from the others. Ball and hands doesn't shun dirty work. Damaged skin. Cold-blooded. Married. A ruthless crime lord or a calculated mastermind? No, is a ruthless crime lord.
Bad news. The thug you sent to the refugee camp only succeeded in stabbing himself. His next and final journey will be to the morgue.
Hold your horses. Who the hell are you?
Sherlock Holmes. And you are Niccolo Bernadotte, a smuggler, kidnapper, and notorious cutthroat, among other things.
Few men would dare waltz into my office and address me like that. You are either overconfident or unintelligent. This is private property. Give me one reason why I should not shoot you on the spot. I am sure my friends at the station would call it self-defense.
Mr. Bernadotte, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident, one I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest.
I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotte.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your storeroom.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold stolen merchandise. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out the situation. So, this painting is why you broke into my office. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotte?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. And so, you deserve the honest answer. My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
Well, we are not going to do it, right?
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
Well, what is better? But they were not happy when we asked them.
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me, I am speaking from experience.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
For money.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking